5. Pixie cut mistakes. Women over 60 should avoid. Let's talk about one of the boldest, most flattering hairstyles a woman over 60 can wear. The pixie cut. It's timeless, stylish, and, when done right, can take years off your look. But let's be honest, not every pixie cut turns out the way we imagined, right? Some leave us feeling refreshed and fabulous, while others, not so much. If you've ever walked out of the salon thinking, this just isn't it, or struggled to style your pixie at home without it falling flat, you're not alone. We've all had that moment where the cut didn't quite match the vision. And before we dive into the common mistakes to avoid, ladies, I'd love to know, where are you tuning in from? Drop your city or country in the comments below. I always love hearing where our beautiful community is watching from. Now, let's get into it. Here are 5 pixie cut mistakes that can age your look, and how to fix them so your style stays modern, fresh, and truly you. 1. Going too short and too harsh. We've all been tempted by those edgy, dramatic pixie cuts that look stunning in magazines or on celebrities. But what works on a runway doesn't always work in real life, especially if the cut ends up too severe. When the lines are sharp and the length is ultra short all over, it can make the face look harsher instead of softer. What works better? A pixie with a little movement, some softness around the edges, and maybe even a touch of playful texture. You want the cut to frame your face, not fight with it. 2. Letting it go flat. A pixie cut with no volume is like a dress with no shape. It just hangs there. One of the quickest ways to make a pixie look older than it is? Letting it fall flat. If you find your hair just sits there with no life, try working a small amount of lightweight mousse through damp strands and blow drying with your fingers. It doesn't take much. A little root lift goes a long way in adding energy and youthfulness to your look. 3. Keeping the same cut for years. Let's be real. Once we find something that works, it's tempting to stick with it forever. But your face changes, your hair texture shifts, and your personal style evolves. What looked amazing 10 years ago might not be doing you any favors today. If your pixie's been the same since the early 2000s, it might be time to refresh it. Adding some layers, playing with a fringe, or even slightly adjusting the length can breathe new life into your style. Change doesn't have to be drastic. It just needs to feel intentional. 4. Overdoing or underdoing the styling. There's a sweet spot with pixie cuts when it comes to styling. Too much product and your hair looks stiff and weighed down. Too little and it looks unfinished or flat. The key is balance. You don't need a shelf full of products, just a lightweight mousse or styling cream, a little finger drying, and a spritz of texturizing spray. Keep it soft, natural, and touchable. Your pixie should look polished but not overly styled. Five, choosing a hair color that washes you out. This one is often overlooked, but your hair color can make or break your pixie. If the shade is too dark or too light for your skin tone, it can feel harsh and even age you. And if it's one flat color all over, your cut might end up looking dull. Instead, think about subtle shifts, like soft highlights around the face or a warmer tone that brings out the glow in your skin. Even a little color variation can add depth and movement to your pixie and keep it looking fresh and flattering. Bonus thought: don't be afraid to play around. The beauty of a pixie cut is that it's fun. Try parting it differently, pinning one side back, or throwing on a cute hair accessory. You can easily switch things up without needing a whole new cut. So tell me, have you made any of these pixie cut mistakes? Or are you rocking a refreshed version that's giving you life? Let's talk in the comments. And don't forget to tell me where you're from.